don't know about you. But I could have still went to college and did what I did, but I should have got that trade too. I actually know some people who went to trade school and they're doing incredibly well. But on the flip side of this, it could be helpful to identify those kind of kids. Do I think it would be used that way? Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. But I think it should be. It could be an avenue for parents to know something that their kids really would have a knack to be good at. So before I go into our next thing too, I do want to be a little bit more positive. I do think that AI should be used for a couple things. Like AI should be used for time saving for your idea. Examples are like brainstorming your vision, collecting options, but not actually making the decisions. And relationships, feelings, emotions, that comes from living and not typing. So what do I mean by that? Let's say I have an idea of I want to build a roller coaster, right? I've never built a roller coaster before. I'm not an architect. I don't know how to do that. And I come into a boatload of money. Is just one of the things in this money is that I have to build a roller coaster, right? One thing I could do is say, I want a roller coaster that is like XYZ. Based on this information, what would be my options for a roller coaster, right? It can give you those options. And then you can say, okay, so based on that, I know from my budget, I can get a roller coaster that's this high, but not that high, right? So it's level setting you. I'm cool with that. I think that's the level. If you didn't have somebody in the room, okay, so I can't do that unless I'm gonna put my money in on that. Those are the levels of things that we should do. But me asking about if I build this roller coaster, do you think the girls is gonna like me? That's wild. And then, okay, so you gave me an answer. What else can I do to get to make me feel good and make them feel good and get people to come to all feel like XYZ? What are we doing here? Like, what are we doing here? That is opening the door for manipulation. And so that's why I wanted to bring that up. Rise the books that have that never been. Yeah. So
I mean, it's really taken away the value of wisdom, because that's probably something that I would ask my uncle or my dad or my grandpa. What can I do
fail
to get the girls to like? Yeah, and you can try and fail to get the girls to like me. What am I supposed to be doing? Daddy might tell me to go ahead and be myself, right?
What did you do?
The girls
ain't ask you should be asking no bot. What did you do? That's crazy.
What'd you do, bot? Well, after about 800 synthesized algorithms, I failed 998 billion times. But this one time at band camp. Go ahead.
That's crazy. Yeah. No, that's crazy. That's right. I like that. And the fact that I don't even want to bring up some of the things that people have done. There's been some things that have happened that people literally have leaned on AI to tell them about. It just doesn't make sense because it involves their feelings and emotions. But speaking of feelings and emotions, let's talk about control. Okay, so this is for my people who don't want to be controlled. We're gonna talk about VPN. So VPN allows you to have, so I don't want to say stealth, but it gives you a little bit of a way to not just directly be like, yeah, I'm so-and-so and I live in whatever city in Michigan. It can put you in a different, it can say that you're in Seattle, Washington, or say that you're in, Reston, Virginia. It can say those things. I can say that you're in Tampa, Florida versus where you actually are in Michigan, right? So because of that, they want you to, don't be using these private networks. We want to know where you at. We want to know where you at. Who
without working for it so hard, because you're still able to find it. But
I need that data.
Yeah.
Okay, going in raw.
So,
Yeah.
all right. So some people are trying to use this for age verification sites, for being able to mask, from being able to be blocked out of certain markets when you're watching your favorite shows, or you're watching sporting events, and these networks are getting done with blacking out certain games. If you're a football fan or basketball fan and you just want to watch your local team, they try to make you go locally instead of just being able to stream it like you would any other game if you got league passes and all that kind of stuff. So
And that's because they got them contracts, right, with the logo, and they like, nah, you ain't about to mess with our contract. Go watch that on ABC. Go watch that on ABC. Go watch that on NBC. Go watch that on your local channel. Don't go on these Game Pass. Don't do this. We don't got nothing for you. You like the Wizards? Cool. You're in Virginia? Go to your local channel. Don't come over here with that. So, yeah, there's other things too. We'll go into this. I might have to pause it depending on what he starts talking about, but yeah, let's see what he's talking about on that.
VPNs. Michigan went after it last month, and now we start seeing more states as of recent go after it, like Wisconsin. Let's talk about this, why it matters, and what we do. To set the situation properly, we actually have to go back to earlier this year, and it's something that we've been talking about here on the channel. It happened in the UK, and it's happening in many other places, which is age verification. The idea is we can save the kids from corn. And yes, we are all about keeping children safe, but it's very well established that age verification laws don't really do that. And they are, as the EFF says, just a backdoor to surveillance. Not only are they a backdoor into surveillance for also adults, but children as well. In fact, we've already seen age verification lead to making children less safe. The Discord hack, as of recent, impacted Discord's age verification process, which ended up leaking the IDs, personal information, home addresses, etc. of children because they were collecting children's data and not storing it securely. This isn't an isolated incident either. Last year, we saw age verification through 10 ticks.
My husband used to ejaculate prematurely.
Yeah, we're just doing that. Age verification. I don't know if anybody else has come into contact with that, but depending on, he used corn as an example. If they're asking that question up front, they want to know who you are, which means that they're still building a profile. And they're like, whoa, you would say, hey, you don't know my name. You don't know who I am. But they do. So every device you use has an IP address, right? So there's different addresses that tell you, that say your location. There's different triggers that tell what kind of device and what device, and based on those things and what you click earlier on this verification, it can technically keep that information when you come back. It'll say, oh, this is so-and-so, they're 13, they can't come in here. VPN kind of stops that because you're not necessarily in the same location, or device may actually not be you. So that is partially why they want to get rid of that, is because it's not because of corn necessarily, but just the fact that the information that I have about this is now limited. And if you didn't have this wall, I'd be able to see who you are and what you're doing.
well, you're able to see what it is because they're asking for people to upload IDs in order to even watch
And that's crazy.
these things. So like if you trying to show your passport or whatever to get access, then you be my guest. I don't think it's worth all that. I'm not signing up.
That's crazy. You're gonna get your driver's license up to go see some corn. It's wild.
Right. I'm nah.
Drop some junk in the comments. Y'all uploading y'all ID. How old is
Out here you go.
I'm just saying how, like, maybe I'm not working at the, no, I'm just saying maybe they have an argument of like, hey, I'm supporting the cause and I definitely would do it. If you are, drop some drip in the comments, let us know. I could be wrong. I wouldn't do it.
It's supposed to be under the guise of protecting, the kids, but I only see it as a grab to see who's looking at what, and say looking at something unsavory. That might be the recipe of a lifetime if you want to join a political thing, or you want to run for something, they be like, you was looking at bears getting on in the background.